Alright guys, just a quick little follow-up on my air pump delete video. I'm in the middle of another install right now. I'm installing my AIG oil and air and oil separator. But I figured it'd be a good time to kind of pick up where I left off in the previous video. By the way, the instructions are horrible, so I'll have to maybe do a quick video about my thoughts on that. So the pump was here, and you know, ideally you had to remove the pump and all the plastic stuff that was here at the bottom or the back, and you arrive to the back of the manifold, which is typically here, and you remove the solenoid that contains the barometric sensor, pressure sensor. You get rid of that. You do whatever you need to do with that. Now, and that addresses this side of the engine, the driver's side head. Now, on the passenger side, what you're looking for is underneath the manifold, somewhere back here where my hand is. So it's going to be tucked away here like so under some wires. There's a secondary solenoid that controls the intake of air for the other side of the head. And while you can reach it and see it from here, I found that to completely remove it, you needed to get down to this bolt here. And basically, as much as I tried, even though I did find a nice little extension and tool to get into it, there was no way for it to completely remove it without taking out the manifold. So there's all kinds of videos on doing that. It's not hard. If you have factory rails and so forth, then you're going to have to pull that out along with your TGVs because the fuel rails are kind of embedded or really attached to that. It's all rigid, and it's kind of difficult to just take out the manifold. But what you can do is you can try to loosen up all the bolts as much as you can and try to lift it, although once again the fuel rails here will give you a hard time accessing some of the bolts that are right on top of that. So the second thing you want to do is, so back here in the back of the car, like I said in the first video, I capped one of the intake ports, and this here, so going back to the top of the engine, this little guy is a hose that connects, and it runs through behind the manifold under your turbo intake tube all the way behind your downpipe. So in order to, ideally, what you want to do is you want to remove your downpipe, which I'm not going to do until I upgrade headers and so forth. So and then you would place the cap, which is this little black guy here. I got this from Illuminati, from one of my local vendors. They make some nice stuff. And you want to put that on the block like I did before. So in the meantime, kind of as a temporary fix, I've attached it like so with some hardware. And this is not moving really. I'm not concerned of this really going anywhere. I might tuck it in underneath this hose, like it goes from the factory location. But that's that. So what I would probably recommend is, if you're going to delete your pump, go ahead and get rid of, you know, the driver's side, and just leave your solenoid for the passenger side, and just leave it, just disconnect it, and just make sure you get tuned for the lights, the malfunction or the CEL check engine lights that are going to come on because of that. And then now, if you're going to be doing additional upgrades like I was in this case, then yeah, go ahead and take off your manifold and take care of that also at one shot. So again, I'll be doing a video on the air and oil separator and some other upgrades that I've done. Thanks.